And then let the guys introduce themselves, and then we'll continue with the podcast. Freddie.
Hey, welcome for another episode of Big Burger Talks podcast. As DJ said, episode 15. We thank you. We thank you so much for your support. As always, continue to pass the word around. We do have a Facebook page, and of course, we continue to broadcast live on YouTube, and soon we'll be broadcasting live here on Facebook as well.
Whoops. Whoops. Now you guys know what I'm doing.
So
Sorry about that.
no, it's all
You're
good.
next
It's all
school
good.
on vacation.
Uh,
No class.
So we ask you to go ahead and continue supporting us, and we are here for you and give you some great information. And again, thank you so much, Bojo.
Yes, thank you, Southman. TJ, happy and blessed to be here again. One more episode. They still haven't taken us off the air, which is excellent. Still haven't gotten paid either, but you know what? It's okay. No, I'm just messing with you guys. We get paid very well. No, I'm just thank you for tuning in one more again another episode, and just to do a little quick recap, TJ. Just to remind the great folks that missed out the show from last week. We had 3 excellent guests like we usually do. First of all, we had Mr. Jose, aka Ben Lopez, financial advisor, life insurance, one of those guys that does all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate him stopping by, and you're gonna get to know him a little bit more because I don't know if the boss here approved it, but we're thinking of having him just dedicate one podcast for all your all's financial questions that you might have out there. He's willing to dedicate the podcast to that, or until we kick him out, one of the two. But anyway, he will be back, and Ben, thank you for agreeing to do that. Take advantage of this, Laredo. You want to learn how to do the market, you want to learn something about your insurance that you didn't know, how to not pay for your life insurance, that kind of stuff. He's the guy to teach you guys how to do that. Then we also had Miss Carmen Esparza, local Tejano musician, sharing her testimony with us, her history, is how she got started. And more than anything, hopefully that her being here influenced some of the younger girls out there that are hesitant or like thinking like maybe it's not for me. It is for you. It's for everybody. I hope she's a good role model that that kind of inspired you to do it. We thank Ms. Esparza for stopping by. Then finally we had Roxo, one of the up and coming wrestlers, originally from Laredo with roots from the Dominican Republic. He is really representing Laredo. He's giving it all he's got. He's part of the Booker T School of Wrestling now. What's it called? ROW? Something like that. But I mean, it says a lot. To be out there in the Houston area, come back, and then he does his matches, and the life of a wrestler, it's just a lot. But we're proud to call him our friend, and we thank him for being here. And don't forget, he's one of the instructors at the Warrior Way Wrestling Academy. What do you call it? Triple WA. So Laredo, summertime, send your kids. That promo's still going on. First wrestling class is for free. You'll find out if it's for you or not. But at least try it. Know what ifs in your lives, right? Go out there. So that's pretty much in a nutshell last week's show. So there you go.
All right, awesome. Thank you. So, before we continue, let's talk about our sponsors. Again, Mariachi Mezcal de Tejas, we call ourselves the second best mariachi in Laredo. And again, let me repeat myself because all the other mariachis think they're number one, so let them compete for that. We'll just stay with number 2.
There you go.
Silverio Martinez, attorney at law. Anything you need for civil or criminal cases, he's around. Waterway Protection Services, we do private security work and private investigations. Western Wakes Pizza, best pizza in town. Mariachi Mix. We got a lot of stuff going on there, guys. We have events, we have sales of pottery, we have a lot of stuff. Whispers Bar and Lounge, Mike and the guys out there providing the best service when it comes to the bar venue scene. Tejano Express Radio, Fred and the guys. Thank you so much for the sponsorship and everything you do for this podcast. And of course, the Classic Cats, bunch of old farts playing old music and playing music that you're not really hearing in Laredo. So, and of course, can't forget our good friend Star for keeping rock alive in her radio station. So we really appreciate that. 100.1 star. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean.
So, guys, before we get to our first guest, and then we're gonna call her right now. But before we get there, I just wanted to talk about one thing real quick. So, well, a couple of things. So, you know that things in the Middle East are developing.
Faster than-
If you've heard or you ever heard of a guy named Nostradamus and some other, doomsday prophets, I'm not saying that you gotta believe in it, but I'm just saying pay attention to it. There was an old show in HBO many years ago that showcased Nostradamus and showed all the prophecies that came through that he predicted. And it's scary, but we're looking down this barrel of that gun. So if you get a chance to find it somewhere, I don't know where it'd be, try YouTube. I'm sure it's there somewhere. But I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just trying to make sure that you guys are woke and that you are paying attention to what's happening. And be ready for a significant life-changing event, okay? And there's no need to be afraid, but there is a need to be awake and to start getting ready. To be ready. That's all we suggest. Make sure that you are ready to react and that your family is ready to survive certain things. Like I said, we're not gonna get into it. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing.
3-day bug out back.
Yeah. So be ready to go, guys. Be ready to go. And another thing, Boldry and Fred, I don't know, have you all ever lost a pet?
Yes.
Uh,
It hurts.
You know,
It does.
So I told you guys, I'm not really a dog guy, but now there's a dog in the family, my daughter dog. And we were
Wait a
talking
minute,
about the
no.
other
You
day.
didn't know. There's always been a dog in the family. It was you. So didn't you know that?
The big dog.
Okay. Now I get.
Okay, now
No, I know. So, but we were talking about that the other day. And I've grown so attached to her, and she helps me out so much. PTSD and everything. It's ridiculous. I didn't even know it until I started watching they started saying the little stupid little TikToks on the beans or whatever. That what they do when you put your forehead on their forehead, that it releases this. Like, this is scientifically proven.
Yes.
This is not just something that's a big dog aficionados. No. So there's a lot of stuff like, I do all that with her. So I've noticed that I'm more in control now, and my situation is getting better and better. So then we started talking, and I started thinking, like, I don't even want to think about losing her, much less somebody who's actually gone through the losing a pet. Because I'm so attached to her. I don't want to break my heart out of here or anything like that, but I don't know how I would react. Like, I'd be like really, really blown away by that.
Well, let me tell you, man, if it's gonna be your first time, it's gonna suck. So,
I just hope I go before she dies.
well, maybe you're gonna be the one that's gonna get run over by a car.
You know that in my other life, I was a dog.
No, you've been a
No,
dog.
but this is true. But I got run over. This is weird, but I got run. I got check it out.
911 hell.
No, listen, but I got run over by a car. I know. I still got some scars on like the tire marks in the back.
You're gonna want me to check.
No,
it.
look.
Okay,
Seriously.
all right. No, hey,
It's a joke.
Hey, that's the 10th time you've done that. I'm not gonna do it. But no. So I'm serious. On a serious note, yeah, it's gonna hurt, man. So the reason I'm bringing it up is because, my daughter's is a cat person. And she called it. One of the kids, the runt of the litter was dying. So all day the poor cat. And I tried to get a vet out there, and the vet was about to get there, and the little kid died. So here I am, right before I got here, I am digging a hole, for this cat, and my daughter's crying, and it hurts. It hurts.
Family members.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, but you don't want to get attached, but you do. They become part of your life.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
They're so attached. I saw another meme that says, it's like, never share your bed with your dog because they'll start marking dominance over you. And then the guy that he was talking was like, bro, what year do you think this is? And he shows the one that we have. They're doodles. They're practically human. They have dominance over us.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, but they're such a big part of our
And
family.
it's so weird because they are so dependent on
Yeah.
on us that if you if you for a minute stop taking care of them, I mean, they it's against the law if you don't take care of them.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that morally, you always try to do the right thing. Always.
But
for them.
when you think about it, these little creatures, like you leave and they wait for you loyally.
Yeah. Well,
They wait for you until you get home.
Yep.
And whether you get back in 5 minutes or in 5 days, they're waiting for you, like to receive you with the same emotion. Like they're just so happy to see you. There is no timelines for them.
Well, partly because they have no fucking idea about time. If you walk out and come
Mine
back
has a
in,
little what's not this.
check it out. You walk out, you come in a minute, they're gonna be super happy to see you.
You come back.
You come back in 10 days, it's gonna be the same because they have no idea of time.
So, but the loyalty behind that is just they're
It's
just.
incredible.
And you can do whatever, you get mad at them because they did this
Yes.
or whatever, and you're still their world.
Yeah.
You're their human. It's. I didn't know all this until now that we have Maki. It's
Hey.
just.
And also, I mean, I'm sure you'll be aware here in the near future, the expenses
Oh yeah.
on our pets.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, medical,
Yeah.
food, anything.
Why did you have to ruin the movie? I was so delighted talking about it.
And then of course,
Negative Nancy over here.
No, it does get expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
Wah, wah,
Talk about
wah.
it. Those spa days, I'm telling you.
They're gone, bro.
The
They're spoiled.
the
bro.
8 to 10 nipple massages.
They're so spoiled. I'm serious.
But anyway, yeah, just again.
That's sad, bro.
And the last thing that I wanted to bring up, I don't know what's going on, man, but on a personal level, last month, acquaintances, personal relationships, friends, people I thought would be loyal. I've lost several connections, and I'm gonna call them connections. There was a movie called What About Bob? I don't know if you remember it. Bill Murray.
Oh, Bill Murray, yeah.
That was to be my older daughter's and that's his favorite movie. We can watch that all day. It's hilarious. Anyway, he's explaining to his psychiatrist about that relationships are like phone calls. Sometimes you lose connection, right? And maybe throughout the rest of your life, maybe before you leave, maybe before you die, you might reconnect. You might find that new number and reconnect. And maybe you'll never reconnect. But so that's the metaphor I'm using in this example.
Right.
In the last 4 weeks,
That's
I've had several losses of connections with people, that I thought were friendly. Let's call it, let's talk about military terms. And for whatever reason, and sometimes they were wrong, sometimes they were right, but sometimes, you as a mature, educated adult and a leader of men, sometimes you gotta bite the bullet, even if you're wrong.
Yep.
You gotta accept what's going on and let it go.
I do it all the time, man. As a Christian, I got to fold my hands. But you know, TJ, you're right, and I, you know what I attribute that to? I think it's just that it's still all that hate, all that anger, and I'm not talking politics, but some people still haven't accepted how the world changed. In other words, you have a new president. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, left or right, it doesn't matter. It's not even about that anymore. People wake up. It's not about the left or the right. It's about who's in and who's out.
Yeah.
All right? And it's up to you where you want to be. Don't ride that wave anymore. It only brings division. But I think some people still haven't accepted it, and there's all that anger, all that hatred that they still want to push out. Don't do it. It's over. It's done. Just move on. All I can say is just move on. And I think some people are dealing, whether they recognize it or not, directly or indirectly, it's affecting them still.
And
So
that's,
I had some conversation with people. Like it's not like my friendship or relationship or annoyance with them is over, but I chose to separate because it was going down a road where you're not gonna make me jump off the cross. You're not gonna calibrate me. You're not. Those are your choices, and then the other thing, TJ, not because you and I, we go back, decades, centuries, and we've always had it. They call it haters. The kids call them haters now.
Yeah.
And they see you moving, progressing, doing this nice things.
What you're saying is,
and boom.
and you
and
know
boom.
what, I find that personally.
And then we're super handsome, and
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that alone.
I hate that. I hate that.
That's that.
So-
But then told me that's the price for being canceled, and I accepted it.
Yeah. So you know, on a serious note, so I find, you know, me and my personality, those of you that know me, I'm talking about that know me, not that you think you know me, or us, I guess, you know, the way we are. You know, we're very assertive, we're very confident. I am never gonna say
There's
I
no
can
what
do
it
this.
is.
You know, like if I don't know that I can do it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so I find a lot of males react,
Yeah.
whether they know it or not, they react to that.
Yep.
And sometimes, you know, they'll hold it in and pretend they're friendly until they burst over the dumbest things.
Right.
And then you're like, what the hell just happened? It's like, I thought we were good. I thought everything was fine.
And it's sad because then you start thinking, so who else around me is fake?
Yep.
Who else is riding my coattails or riding my group's coattails or my crew's coattails that all of a sudden they're just going to change? And you know what? And they're human beings.
Yeah.
But you do nothing to provoke that or knowingly, right? But
Not on purpose.
they see you moving forward, progressing, and all this kind of thing. Man, just y'all don't be haters. Honestly, to me, it's very sad. I don't get mad at my age. I don't get mad anymore. I get disappointed, and that's a whole lot worse. In my planet, in Bojo's planet, that's a whole lot worse. Me getting disappointed because if there's no trust, there's nothing. That's just me personally. But
And the way I see it is that sometimes I see it kind of funny. It's like, really, in the sense that, going back to what y'all said, right, is that dudes or dudettes, we're all old already. We are mature. You know, why are you acting that way? What the hell? I mean, we didn't do anything wrong. I don't think so.
yeah.
And sometimes we get accused of doing something wrong, and really what was it, either misinterpretation,
Right.
miscommunication, or a misreading of the person's feelings towards you. But again, no matter the reason, is the thing it happens. But I'll tell you one thing, I don't play jokes. If you're gonna decide to be an asshole with me, then that's the decision you made, and stay there. Stay on that side of the line. Because don't come back and expect to, yeah, I'll forgive, but I'm not gonna forget. That's it. And I'm not gonna trust you anymore. And then you have people with mental issues. That's another thing. You know, people with mental stresses, crisis,
And see,
issues.
but you know what? I feel like you're in a special category. If you are that person, accept that and seek help.
Oh yeah, but
Don't try to deal with it by yourself. You can't. That's what got you there in the first place.
And don't blame anybody else.
And don't
Yeah.
take it out on somebody
Someone
else.
else.
Taking it out on somebody else is not going to help you heal through the process. You have to look for help, and there's tons of help out there nowadays. There's a lot, but guys, there's just no reason or why to do that. To me, it's just sad. Like, we have enough issues with the world the way it is. We're never going to get back with our lives that we used to have. So we need to drive on and develop something good from what we have. That's it. And I would like for everybody to be part of that and start thinking positive. I mean, again, the situation, it is what it is. You're not going to impeach this guy. He's super powerful. You're not going to do it. He has real good attorneys. They tried impeaching him 3 times or 5 times, whatever.
Exactly.
They tried shooting him. Guys, please let it go. And I'm not saying that that's here at a local level, but I'm just giving an example. If that's up in there, down here, why are y'all hating? Honestly, why are y'all hating? Hate is not going to improve the situation. It's much less solve it. Just accept it. It's, you know, we have a little Psalm in 91 that we used in combat. So,
Mhm.
you know, it says, God, please help me accept the things that I can't change and accept the ones that I can impact. So everybody just chill, take a knee, drink water, and do that. But anyway, I just think it's sad, bro.
It is.
And then I'm sorry if that happened to you. And if those friendships that you lost, you know what? I think God did you a favor. It's a blessing in disguise.
Well,
Simple
everything,
as that.
you know, I
It
go
happens
back,
for a reason.
whether it's right or wrong, whether it hurts, whether it bothers us, whether it occupies our mind and disturbs our peace, everything happens for. I say that a lot, but of course when it happens to you, it's hard to remember
At that moment, yeah.
but I have to believe in that. If
Forgive
something
me.
is meant to be, no matter what happens, things will get taken care of, and everything's gonna work the way it's supposed to work.
Absolutely.
So, anyway, guys, thank you for taking part of that conversation. Hope people are listening. I hope something was said here that either reaffirmed your beliefs and your morals and your values, or if you don't agree, that's fine. That's we're not
That's
asking
part
you,
of the game.
Yeah, we're not asking anybody to agree with anything. We're just having a conversation.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna make this call to Major Moreno. She is a major with the Texas State Guard. On that capacity, she's part of the medical corps, but she's also an RN and a family nurse practitioner. So, can we make that call? All right. I don't know if Major Moreno, if you're listening, the call's coming your way. Hello.
Howdy.
How you doing? Can you hear us?
I can hear.
All right. Give me a second. Hold on. Can you raise the volume? Let me see. We're gonna try to raise the volume here on our end because we can barely hear you. Is that the highest it goes?
No, no, higher.
I'm talking about so that we can hear the.
The speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, we're gonna. Again, this is the first time we do this, so we're trying to see how this is gonna work. So give me 1 second.
There you go.
Now we can
Now
hear.
we can
Kill the fan. There you go. Thank you.
Move it back a little bit.
All right.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Major Moreno, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you so much for taking time to join us. And this is the first time we do this. So sorry, we're gonna make you the guinea pig, but you being in the medical field, I'm sure you're used to that anyway. So.
Absolutely. No worries.
But so I kind of already told the viewers and that you are a part of the Texas State Guard. So if you want to start out with that part of your personal history, please, and then tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into the great work that you're doing for the community.
Sounds good.
Go ahead, all yours. Talk to us about the Guard.
All right. So good evening, everyone. I'm Clara Moreno, and I'm a family nurse who practices all over this great state of. I see patients physically in the Rio Grande. That is the area that I'm actually from. And yes, I serve this proudly in the uniform, and I look at extreme regarding my military area. Going back to fitness, I'm the proud owner of Fresh Health Solutions. It's a mobile clinic. I do all over the state, as I mentioned, via telemed. This means is if you have a and the doctor's office records, you can just send me a text message and tell me, hey, I'd like a telemed visit, and then we'll chat via phone and sent anywhere we text. So it's extremely convenient and affordable. I have been in healthcare for 21 years. Actually, this is year 21, so I've been doing this for quite some time.
Nice. So I would imagine there's other mobile clinics, but tell me when you mean mobile, is there actually, you're like in a van or in an RV or what are you?
So they are, in my area, they actually are not other mobile clinics. I am the only mobile clinic in my area. And yes, I have a small RV. It looks like a van, but it actually is an RV. So I have capabilities of bringing my patients in the vehicle and getting them set up. I have, exam stuff that I use there. But really, the way it works for the most part is I go to patient homes. So let's say you have a loved one that's bedbound or simply doesn't want to wait in the doctor's office for multiple hours. Then you text me, you tell me what the issues are, and then we set up a visit, and I drive physically to your home and see you in your home environment. And that's really what the bulk of my work, home visits and telemedicine visits, so that we eliminate that office wait.
Nice. So there's no other business like this in your area?
Not in the real, I'm the only home visit.
How far do you, what's your radius, your coverage?
So, I do in the Rio Grande Valley, start from Brownsville, and I go all the way up to McAllen, Mission, Bedford. I also have been seeing patients in the Corpus Christi area and the surrounding cities, Mathis, Woodsboro, Sandia, that area.
Oh, okay.
That typical for physically. Now, as far as technical, I see any patient in the state of Texas. So, you know, you have a cold, sore throat, and I'm able to triage you over the phone, then I can send in a prescription, give you doctor's excuses, and all those good things without ever having to see you.
I like it. I like it. Very, very progressive because, I mean, I think the medical system in the United States has gotten way out of hand. I shouldn't have to go in and wait 3 hours for a simple freaking appointment. It's a pain in the ass. And that's why a lot of people don't go. I mean, I know, especially men, they will tell you, I'm not gonna go only because I have to wait.
Oh, we use it as an excuse.
Well, yeah, this is
And we shield ourselves behind that.
But,
I'm not gonna go wait.
no, but sometimes, I mean, you know, in the military, you were used to, if you go to sick call, no, if you go to sick call, I mean, you're gonna get seen, they want you back at work.
Back at work.
They're not gonna,
Back in training or
right,
whatever.
so they're not gonna, BS you the way they do here. You know, and I'm not talking about just Laredo, it's anywhere. Now, I know San Antonio is a little better sometimes, but Laredo, man, some of these doctors and professions or business around here, they overdo it with making you wait just because they can, and it's a pain in the ass. It really is. I mean, unless you're going in for a colonoscopy, it is a pain in the ass. Get it? Well, get it. She got it.
Wah, wah,
She got
wah.
But anyway, so all right, so let's talk about. I know that of course you're in the game. What are you seeing as far as trends? I mean, yeah, we know about the diabetes. We know about
Diabetes.
the diabetes, heart disease,
High blood pressure.
obesity, all that stuff. Everyone knows about that. But is there anything else developing that you're seeing?
So I definitely want to piggyback off the comment about the healthcare system being broken. This is broken. It's the insurance that dictate wait times and things of that nature, and so they essentially want patients to be in and out of the clinic in 15 minutes, meaning patients in the room, the provider comes in, sees a patient, and they're in and out. So they overbook patients because there's cancellations, and those are multiple factors that have led to exactly where we're at. I agree completely. I'm a patient myself, and I wait anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to see my doctor for a 5 or 10 minute visit. And so it's completely broken. And I have multiple family members that are sick, and the main reason I got into this is because I also saw my patients waiting and decided, you know what, there's got to be a better way to do these things. And so eliminating that wait time for people and being able to give them high quality care at cost effective prices has really been my goal in this whole situation. And it's working out really well. I'm able to serve so many people in large areas and follow up with them. Another issue is when patients have follow-ups or questions and they call the doctor's office, they get, please leave a message after the tone, or things like speaking to a bunch of bureaucracy. And in my particular business, there is no bureaucracy. Patients have my direct cell phone number, they text me directly, communicate directly with me as their prescriber. And so it really reduces the likelihood of errors, because as we know, one message going to another person, you tend to lose what absolutely is necessary. And on top of that, when people are calling into the clinics and getting messages, they're not getting fast responses. Sometimes it's a few days, if you're lucky, if not a week or two, and most times, likely never. And so when patients are reaching out to me directly, I'm responding to them within 24 hours as to what they need. Now, this is a consultation, and of course it's much quicker, but again, they speak to me directly, and I can either say, yes, I can manage this, or no, go here or go there. And so that's also the beauty of my business. Now, regarding trends and things of that nature, there seems to be like different kind of things that pop up. So I may have a few months with urinary tract infections. I may have a few months with respiratory related infections. I may have a few months with stomach bugs. I will say at this point in time, there really isn't anything that's kind of new and popping up that I've seen, other than the things that you're mentioning. We have in our area diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart failure, and all of this is likely related to cultural norms and just behaviors and habits that we're just so accustomed to in the area. Because as I go to different areas, then I tend to see, a few different issues in one particular area that may not be in another area. And again, it has a lot to do with customs and things of that nature.
Yeah. So I have noticed there's a high level of stupidity developing all over the place. Do you have anything for that?
I try to be politically correct.
No, well you do, but we don't. So yeah, and there's a high level of fucking stupid people out there.
I'll prefer that in a capsule.
No, he wants it in a capsule, horse suppository size.
We can give that to you via colonoscopy.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, Doc. It's Fred. Question for you. Do you work hand in hand with the VA in the Valley?
So I don't have affiliate directly with the VA, but I treat a lot of soldiers. And for the reason being that soldiers tend to have a lot of mental health related issues like PTSD and just simply lack of patience. And so they don't want to sit in office for long periods of time if it's something that they can get done. They want to, they're sick, they want an antibiotic shot. It's like a hit it and quit it kind of thing with me. So they go to the VA for those colonoscopy procedures that must be placed in and outside the facility. But when it comes to, I have a sore throat, I have a cough, I want an antibiotic injection, or I need an excuse for work because
The express treatment.
Yes, exactly. So I tend to refer to myself as an adjunct provider for the VA versus the primary. They get all the big stuff VA, and they just ping me for quick solutions when they don't feel well and they want to get in and out. Like
Quick fix.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I'm glad you're doing this in a professional setting, because the last time I got my colonoscopy was from the back of a truck with a very suspicious guy.
Right out here behind the podcast.
And the thing is, I didn't see any equipment.
Well, they had some equipment.
Well, I don't know, but the guy was cleaning his nail. I don't know what the hell happened. Anyway, that's a different story. But
Mind scrub.
But you know what? I'm glad you're offering that service.
Absolutely.
I wish we had that here in Laredo, and hint, Doc.
Idea.
Maybe we need a second mobile unit for the Laredo area.
There you go. I service the area. Actually, have quite a few patients from that area, but they're all televisits.
Okay. Yeah.
So they antibiotic, rash, or even refills on high blood pressure meds, stuff like that. And
Okay, hold on.
Doc, you still there?
yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, now we got you.
Yes, we do.
I think I maybe went out. But yes, I was saying that I service actually quite a few patients in the Laredo area. They need refills on high blood pressure meds, thyroid med, all that kind of stuff. I see them being medicine. So I am in the Laredo area.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is good. Good to know.
Yeah, because we also have a lot of veterans, maybe soldiers in the surrounding areas, which is about a 40-mile radius, maybe up to 50 miles. That also, they actually do the travel either to Laredo, or maybe they have to go down to the valley, to Harlingen, McAllen area.
Wow, that's significant. For many years, we can have a VA, I think in Harlingen, And so all of our Lower Valley people had to go up to San Antonio for any kind of service until we finally got ability, you know, in the valley, and hospitalizations as well. There, if they wanted a hospitalization, they had to go up to San Antonio because no hospital valley would take VA's benefit.
Yeah, and Bojo just brought something up. So, yeah, we have a hospital, we have stuff here, but we just have a severe shortage of PAs around here. That's a whole different conversation.
I agree.
So,
And then some healthcare providers that are present are either burned out or don't.
Because they're overworked, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. You're so correct.
Well, what I understand is that me going through those channels on with the VA, apparently the VA here already is going to eventually expand. They might have to get out of the building they're at right now and get some new land and build a bigger facility with more services for that, because they're getting overwhelmed. And of course, with that, you're going to need some more staff.
Absolutely, yes. The healthcare system needs so many people to function. Again, it's a lot of bureaucracy. You go to the doctor's office, you have reception up front, you have medical assistants. By the time you finally get to the doctor, I mean, it's going to be quite some time.
Yeah.
And so those are some things that I try to address with my business, to try to eliminate that bureaucracy, eliminate wait times.
And I don't understand it, because we're the only nation that can't provide health care for our citizens, but yet, without mentioning other countries, we pay for their health systems.
You're right.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Even, benefits with veterans, you see so many
Which
times.
ones? Yeah.
A lot of mental health related issues, not only in veterans, just people in general, but if we're talking about veterans, it's more predominant there. Suicide rates are high, and essentially there's a big shortage in people who are prescribed medication to help people function. And so I see a lot of veterans self-medicate with drugs, alcohol,
Yep.
and it's a really tough phase.
That's another issue, because I don't know if it's the staffing, but people understand when you deal with veterans, and we all have our different issues. Some of us, we can't wait around for the next doctor visit. It's a do or die situation. Either I need what I need now, and they need to have it, or this is what's going to happen. And I know, I mean, without getting into too much details, a lot of folks think, oh, well, it's just, they're veterans and you go see a doctor. You don't understand, we need like an outlet right then and there. And it's and if it's something that you do, you could maybe amp it up and do like 24 hours. I guarantee you would do tremendously well. Because whether it's just, the door's open, come in, have a chat, and talk to a veteran who's needs to talk to somebody because he thinks he needs to, and to avoid, like you said, auto-medicate, or dealing with it on our own. And it's, I don't know, I just I feel like there should be something like that. Maybe, and I'm not talking about a hotline or anything, that exists already, and I'm thankful for the help that they provide to my brethren. But if you have something like what you have, Doc, and where somebody feels like, it's my head, it's whatever, and you can help them out right then and there.
Absolutely.
It would save so many lives, I think.
As long as they have my number, they text me, because my business is run via text. So as long as they text me at 956-640-6963, tell me who they are, what they need, I am absolutely happy to listen to them. I don't charge for speaking to people. I only charge for the services that I provide. I see a lot of mental health patients, anxiety, depression, PTSD-related issues, insomnia, sleep difficulties, and we treat a whole bunch of patients with these conditions, to include veterans.
Doc, can you provide that number again?
Anyone who needs to talk or needs an adjustment of the medications, or what I see are that the veterans tend to be over-medicated. Could have a veteran that kind of get this cocktail and they're kind of like zombied out.
Yeah.
And so they're in a place where they're like, I feel terrible, I feel like a zombie, I feel numb.
I feel numb. Yeah. And there you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna patients, and so they stop the medication and they go to self-help with alcohol, drugs, and they end up with trouble with law enforcement, homeless, from family member. So it's a big cycle related
Path
to
of least resistance. I think.
yes, it's a whole big issue that completely needs to be addressed, and I do work with veterans. Yes, I'm to offer it for anywhere in the state of Texas.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Doc.
And Doc, what was the number you put out for them to call you?
Yes, that's 956-640-6963.
Okay.
That is my cell phone number, so as long as they text me, don't call, but as long as they text me, they are what they need, I will absolutely respond to the text message. Now, I do have a website where if they're, it's not as urgent, they want to just look to see what sort of services I provide, they can visit the website at goldrushhealthsolutions.com. goldrushhealthsolutions.com. Also big on educating our public. That's really important to me regarding different medical topics. And so I offer something sort of like what you're doing here in this podcast. I order a video streaming every Wednesday at 8 p.m. On YouTube on different medical topics where people can come in, see my face. We discuss a particular medical topic. Like this week, I discussed hair loss and ask questions and just kind of be a part of sometimes patients aren't extremely, how could I put it, comfortable with maybe speaking to their provider or
Yep.
their
Personal issues like that. Yeah.
or they're time trained, or they're just simply not comfortable with the body language that the provider is exhibiting. They make it look like I'm in a hurry, I can speak and end this visit. And so I give them a place and space to not show their face, but to be able to ask questions. Personal questions. I did one on STDs, and I got a bunch of people then. So let's say they're interested in discussing this medical topic, they can just join me on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Via Facebook or YouTube and engage in that community. Let's say they want to view a topic that I presented some time ago, but didn't get an opportunity to see them. They can always just go onto YouTube and review those videos and see what information was provided then. So again, that's a community service that I provide where I'm discussing a variety of medical topics. I'll take suggestions from the audience and present on those particular topics for an hour.
Nice. All right, Doc. Well, I mean, we can probably do a whole day of talking here about a bunch of different things. What we wanted to do, and I kind of explained to you the purpose of the podcast, which is basically to showcase people and let the community know what's available. I mean, I know you don't live in the area, but you do have access to providing services to the area, which is great. So now people in Laredo should know that there's another option. In fact, I'm going to start using you a lot more because, like I said, I've been my primary provider. I mean, I've never met that guy. I've seen him on billboards, and he's always smiling and blah blah blah. But I have no damn idea who he is, which is really frustrating because through my insurance, we're giving him a lot of money, and then you have asshole staff, and you have the one chick in the front that thinks she's a doctor and gives you shit. It's like, really, lady? It's like, I mean, God, come on. So because they have behind that little window, they have a lot of power, right? They can really screw with you. But
You're at their mercy.
yeah, but we really, it's awesome that you're doing this. I'm glad you're doing it. For business-wise, it's a good thing that other people are not doing it, right? But service-wise, it's a shame more people are not willing to do it. because a lot of people probably can't do it or they don't want to do it because it's a lot of work. I mean, you think about it, you got to be maintaining your vehicle, driving.
She's
all that
basically
stuff.
like a food truck and medical
Yeah,
service.
yeah. You're like the medical roach coach.
Yep.
Medical gut truck.
Yeah, so that's awesome. That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes, that's the, and it's, getting people and getting, in an area that's large and big, but I enjoy it. And I think most people don't want to do it because and so people know, I probably one of the poorest middle that they are, but I'm extremely happy. I have great quality of life. I get to do great things like volunteer, and my heart is extremely happy. And so most people would rather kind of be in an office where you can kind of like have a bunch of people just kind of run through you and make more money that way versus me that I'm having to travel in different areas and not making 50% of what they make.
Yeah, because you have a lot of expenses
Yes.
and but you know what? As long as you're happy and you're answering the call that you were given as a human being in this earth. So that's how you gotta do.
So work's gonna get out. So
Yes.
Yeah.
give it some time.
I'm honored and want to give you guys big thanks for having, something I can never road or anything that I will always be available.
Really appreciate it, Doc, and
Yep.
you probably lost a lot of people when you said STD. I'm like, oh, what? Ooh. But yeah.
I showed pictures and everything.
You know what? Good for you. I'm just, we'll stay on this side. But
Colonoscopy.
yeah, here we go. You gonna bring that up again? See? That just shows she's in the military. Is there supposed to be blood in the urine?
It's cooling, Miguelito. It's cooling.
But anyway,
Never topics you fight. There's no shame to my game.
that's right. And the thing is, I know you personally, so I don't know if I can talk to you about certain things. But,
You should get that looked at.
this is supposed to be a third testicle. I mean, I don't know. Is that normal? But
I don't look now, so we'll have a look.
I'm sure not too many things freak you out after all these years of working in your field.
Nothing. It's
Yeah.
hard. For 20 years, I've been advised by the industry that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Doc. We will bother you later on.
Yeah.
And we are going to have a podcast reunion show one day. And, if you're in town, we would love to have you here in person. If not, we'll make the call and talk to you over the phone and see what update you have for us, or if you ever want to promote something or
An update or something.
whatever, let us know. We'll put you back on. And now that we're looking at a video capability, and next time hopefully we'll get you on video so that people can see you. So we're trying to progress here as a podcast. This is our 15th show, so we're
She's actually doing a colonoscopy right now.
yeah.
Maybe we
No
don't want
wonder,
to do video.
no wonder you can hear. Hi, is that you, Father? What happened? See.
We might want to hold off on the video for a little bit.
Yeah. You're making somebody with their own Discovery show.
And why do I hear like latest one?
Uh-oh, he's waking up. Hit him again.
Hit him.
Alright. Hi, Doc. We'll let you go before you
you.
get stupid on our end. But, guys, we've been listening for the last half hour or so with Shandy Moreno. She is a registered nurse and family nurse practitioner. So it's awesome. We're really proud to have you on the show. We're proud to have you in the State Guard. I'm proud to call you a fellow State Guardsman, and let's see what we can do in the next couple of years when we were just talking about the high probability of another world conflict. So I'm sure your services are going to come in demand very quick. So we got to be ready for that.
Whatever, I'm always up. If you need help with the video, let me know. I do that.
All right. We'll bother you with that. We'll talk to you later, Doc. Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you, Doc.
Take care.
God bless.
All right. So, all right, guys. I mean, hope y'all got something out of that interview. You know, the first time we did it.
Let
Let's
us
see how-
know. Let us know what you think of that.
Yeah, let us know, please. If you could hear her, I hope you could.
3 ups, 3 downs.
Yeah, if you could hear us, I'm sure you could hear her. There's a little.
I'm over here doing an A, like 3 ups, 3
Yeah.
downs. Those that know, know.
Military people.
Never know.
But no, that was pretty cool actually. Like I said, we're trying to see our tech guy over here is trying to figure out how to get a.
Why is he not wearing his shorts again?
I don't know. If it's just plain, you know, just don't care a shit about life or society, or he just doesn't know. He doesn't know. He
It's
just.
just weird. You never know why he does that.
But it smells like old man sack.
I thought somebody was eating tuna.
It's our third testicle.
It's
As long as it's not in your hand.
a third testicle.
As long as it's yours.
So, viewers, make sure that you pass around the word of the podcast on YouTube. Let us know, please. It's also on Facebook. Send send your comments, like TJ and Bojo Fed said. So that helps us. Also, subscribe to our channel and go ahead and ring and mark that little bell so you can get the notifications when we go back up every single Thursday.
All right, guys, we're about to wrap it up. It's going to be a very short podcast this time. Usually it's 2 to 3 hours. Today we're going to keep it short for a lot of reasons. Everybody's tired. A lot of things going on. Next week we will be broadcasting live from El Mariachi Mix.
Right.
We're going to have a little ceremony going on over there, and we're about to talk about it. Bojo, you want to bring it up?
You go, it's all yours.
I got it. Okay. So.
I just provide the background.
Yeah, so Bojo came up with an idea a couple of weeks ago, and Fred loved it so much that
Yeah.
he table danced it
Oh, yeah.
for him. But see, Bojo's got the music going on. So what we're gonna have is the first annual military reaffirmation ceremony, and I just realized that I misspelled military. Anyway, so. There goes.
And
So
that's
much
why
for all
you're-
this education I
That's
can't
why you're
spell.
Lieutenant Colonel.
That's why I'm a lieutenant colonel, exactly. So, guys, what we're gonna do, this is calling on all military branches. If you are a military veteran, we will invite you to come over and share with us in our first annual reaffirmation ceremony. Let me tell you what this is gonna involve. The purpose of this is to come together as a group, bring family and friends, come together as a group, and we are together gonna take the oath of enlistment. The one you took 20, 25, 30 years ago.
Bruh.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a way to reaffirm your commitment to your nation, your community, and your family and friends.
Go on.
It's also an excuse to come together. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have wrestlers perform for you, and we might have some vendors there, some sponsors. BYOB, bring your own food.
All branches.
I mean, all branches,
branches,
even the weird ones. I mean, it's okay if you're not Army, it's okay, it's all right.
There's
You know, Marine Corps, talk about Marine Corps
There's-
brothers.
when I say a branch, that there's Army.
That's our Army. So if you're don't say ex-Marine because they get all mad. No.
Once a
I'm a
Marine,
former
always a
Marine.
Marine.
Okay, so all the Marines out there, again, it's not our
There'll be
fault.
crayons.
It's not our fault. Yeah, you couldn't score high enough on the ASVAB to join the Army.
We'll
but
have
that's okay.
snacks. We'll have crayons.
Yeah, we'll have prayers for you. People in the Navy,
YMCA. Will be
again,
there.
YMCA will be there for you. People
We'll have
in
a fashion
the Air
show. We'll
Force,
have a fashion show.
bring your little zip-up boots, and I know you have to do 2 push-ups for your
Just
PT
messing.
test. Guys, we're messing around with y'all. Now, if we can get somebody from Space Force, which I don't even know, that would be kind of weird.
Even if you're just in town for that.
Yeah, Tom.
Just for
So the purpose, guys, is to come together, civilian clothes, come together. We're all gonna raise our right hands, and we're gonna reaffirm our oath to what we
It's
did.
just like we were talking earlier, TJ. Like Rocky said, there's still something a little bit in the attic, left in the attic
Yep.
of the military in you. Show up.
Show up.
Show up and show off. You'll see. I know what I'm telling you. My military community here, brethren, step up, show up. It'll be nice.
Yeah, this is exclusive to military branches and their friends and family. The place we can probably host up to 100, 120 people. So It should be enough space for everybody. And not only that, we're also gonna have our weekly podcast from there. So, we'll have access to hopefully some of these guests that wanna, we'll interview them right there, talk to them about their experience. Again, the purpose is to showcase these local heroes, guys, and so y'all can know who they are and what they're doing.
And get to know your military community, because it's not all of us, Army dudes. It's not all just Marine guys. It's not all Navy. It's just, let's face it, we're done. We're done with the Army. The Army's done with us. The Marine, you're done with the Marines are done with you in the Navy and so on. So now it's just a community. And people renew their wedding vows all the time. Why can't we do ours?
And that was the whole idea. So Bojo's not worth much, but he has a lot of great ideas. It's refreshing for me. Usually I'm the one, I'm the idiot with coming up with bullshit. Fred and I on this one, we just sit back and Bojo comes up.
That's why I get the big bucks.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
So, but anyway, like I said, I now gotta fix this damn flyer, man. Military. Anyway.
Houston got a problem.
Yep, we had a problem.
Don't say you're from Nixon.
No, I went to Martin.
No horse.
Not a thing. Remember what they say? One's a tiger, always retarded. But again, hi, Martin friends. And I will say this. I have many more friends that went to Martin now as an adult than I had friends from.
Yeah, because you're all dead now.
Well, all the guys from
Because we outlived ourselves.
Well,
we partied too much. Because
we
we knew how to party back then. Now we pay the consequences.
We have lost a lot of.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, we have lost a lot of friends. And
Yeah.
I wish they were here, and some of them I wish they'd be out there. I don't know. Maybe we could take their boots. I want to take monsters.
You know what? That's a good
I want to
idea.
take monsters' boots.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to take Bandas.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Yeah,
I mean, I feel.
I think so. That's a good idea.
right.
I think so.
Jaimitos,
Jaimitos, yeah.
Oh,
Carlitos.
Carlos.
There's a lot of local.
we lost a lot of people, and
And the family, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. That young Marine that passed away, that group of 11, that former president made that bad call.
What's it, Rodriguez? The one from WJ?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to come over.
Yeah.
Again, guys, this is gonna be. It's supposed to be a celebration of our idealism, our commitment to expose our life and limb for a bigger cause, which is our American flag.
And I want to see my brethren that I haven't seen in a long time. We served together, we served apart, but we were always there for each other. And I'm talking way back. I mean, we can bring like Papa Bear back.
We can reach out to our San Antonio guys. Oh my God.
Yes, all those guys that just.
So this
Hold
week,
on.
this week we're gonna spend a lot of time getting this thing together. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor, let us know.
Hope we're gonna be part of this, just so you know.
Yeah. Let us know so that we can accommodate you and promote your interest in this stuff.
Absolutely.
Let us know.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be the first one. You want to be part of the first one. There's gonna be many more after come every year. We're gonna be doing this now. It's here. It's gonna stay. But be part of the first one will be legendary.
It's gonna be like herpes. It stays with you forever.
It's the gift.
I mean,
that
I've heard.
Oh, you've already heard.
Oh, okay.
No, I seen your prescription.
Yes.
Hey, settle down.
Horse pills.
Well, yeah, it's all fun and games.
It's bullshit.
It's all fun and games till there's blood in your stool. But anyway, all right, guys. Again, have a great rest of the week.
Yep.
We'll catch you next week from El Mariachi Mix. We're going to be broadcasting live at 7 p.m. Ceremony. Well, we're asking people to show up at 7:30. We'll probably do the actual ceremony around 8:30. That way we can make sure everybody give people a chance to get there. So it should be good. It should be a good time. Hope to see you all there.
Any reactive duty, you guys? You want to show up?
Show up. Come on down.
Your uniform, awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So.
Doesn't hurt.